Well, hello everybody.
Hello.
Welcome back to another MaJeliv video. Today, we just watched Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
Yes,
and so we're going to be giving
our initial thoughts.
our initial thoughts on
And-
what we thought. Spoiler free, so if you haven't seen the movie, no worries. We're not going to spoil it.
This is our initial thoughts, but
Yeah.
then there will be another video of our full breakdown and with spoilers coming out soon.
Yeah.
That'll be a separate video. But today we're going to be talking about our initial thoughts. So what was your initial thoughts?
Well, to describe it in one word, I thought it was beautiful. The music, very unique, very awesome. The story, really well done. I think I can't think of another way that they could have done this. It was really well done, really thought out, and so much heart, so much care put into the movie. So, and you can really feel that. So my description of it is beautiful.
Yeah, it was really, no, I actually agree. I would say the same word, beautiful. Also very, I think of like another word, because beautiful is like a good word to describe it. There were some characters that, in like the first Black Panther and stuff, that, there's some characters you weren't able to connect with a lot or focus on. So obviously, because of what has happened and the situation that Wakanda's in, you were able to connect with different characters that I wasn't expecting to, get to know more. So it was beautiful to get to see more of different characters. So I loved opening my eyes to that, and it was very well done. Visually, it was spectacular.
The CGI was really, really good.
It was well done.
Last
It was
one was
really
great, but this one, it was a lot better.
Okay, guys, now what did you guys think? Initial
So-
thoughts.
I think I'll definitely have more thoughts later, which we will see, but my initial feeling and my initial thought was it was a beautiful tribute, I think. A beautiful, stepping off point to the future of Wakanda. I think they did take their time in kind of giving us that closure while also opening up, the future that's coming and the new. It's a beautiful homage. I don't feel like they rushed through the parts of the old Wakanda that we remember. We did get good introductions to new characters that I know we'll encounter later, but I enjoyed it a lot. I think for the challenges they had in kind of moving forward with this universe, I think it was really well thought out. I think it had a lot of heart to it, a lot of beautiful messages, and just things that we would definitely talk about later, but just a lot of heart. I don't know. That's kind of the word that's coming to me now. It's just a lot of heart, a lot of, the varieties of grief, of moving on, how people handle loss, how people look to the future, just all of it. But it was beautifully done. The acting, the performances were amazing. The music, the settings, the way that they used different places of the world. And man, I'll be digesting this one for some time.
I was left in awe. I'm in complete awe right now. Glare is really bad. The word I have in my heart is legacy. And how do you continue a legacy of a character that we now the answer is there, but I think that was the looming, I would dare say, tormenting question when Chadwick first passed. And I'm talking about Ryan Coogler and the private moments of him having to deal with the loss of a friend, someone who cared possibly more than Ryan himself about this world they had created within the MCU of Wakanda and the Black Panther. And how do you continue? So to land today where we are, to watch what we just watched, and to see them incorporate other cultures, other indigenous people, I was wondering, how are these two indigenous people going to collide, and why? What would bring them at odds? So all of my questions were answered, every single one, every concern I had, which was not, I didn't have that many concerns going into this, but I had some diffused, absolutely nothing to be concerned about. I hope you get to see this movie. It is I dare say, cinematic masterpiece. It is one of those films you want to watch again and again because it has multi-layers to it. Every character, Angela Bassett slays it, by the way,
So great.
as Queen Ramonda. She is absolutely in her own class. But she is Angela Bassett, so that you can't expect anything less. Absolutely am in awe for
Yeah.
the legacy they've continued when I was very concerned as to, and I'm sure other people were, how would they continue this legacy?
Yeah.
I feel like really quickly, like the first Wakanda, the Black Panther movie, it really like was captivating. Like it took my heart. Like we left that movie feeling so like, I don't know. We felt a connection to that movie. It's one of our favorite movies, but this one kind of considered our heart and where we were at, and kind of took us gently through, almost like that process with them. It wasn't like rushed. It was very well thought out and very sensitive to the feelings of those involved, I think.
There's so many great themes involved in the film. I think the one that stood out to me the most is mourning. How do you deal with mourning? How do you deal with the loss of someone you love? And bless you.
Forgive me.
Just when we thought we had experienced the same amount of loss with Shuri, it continues, because she continues to hold on and she resists mourning and grief, which is something necessary for us to move on, the people who stay after the ones we love pass. So that theme in and of itself is the thing captivating my heart and my spirit the most. And that's what I'm sitting with as we get ready to, break this down even further. But
How did you feel about the introduction of, without giving too much, of Namor and Riri Ironheart? Are those two? Because those are like the two main new characters.
Right,
Yeah.
Ironheart. She was fantastic. I loved all of the element, and they sprinkled her in just enough. She became definitely a supplemental, and yet pivotal character to the story. So I love that. And Namor, there's a lot to say about Namor.
Yeah.
I'll say this much for now. What a beautiful depiction of again, an indigenous character, a character that makes me contemplate my own ancestry, and that's as much as I'll say, because I don't know how to avoid spoilers without talking.
What about the performance and the?
Oh, he was fantastic. The actor, he was fantastic. He was absolutely perfect for the role. I mean, it's definitely justified why he's in it. So
Yeah.
I'm in awe to
And
see
character
what will come.
introductions,
Yeah.
holy moly. Like the way they introduced all these new people was like, what an entrance, It was really, really cool.
Right.
Really
And
fun.
I think the whole of what the Atlantean culture, just the way all of that was handled with all that Mesoamerican influence, it was just so aesthetically beautiful. The colors of the different artists and what they wore. It's just, I'm in awe. I really don't want to just blabber on. I just want to say that
We want to blabber, but later when we have more time and we can.
We
dive
loved
deep,
it.
so.
I can't wait for all of you to see it if you haven't seen it yet.
So they said a lot of what I was feeling as well. So I don't want to beat certain things over the head. You hear more of my thoughts when we talk about the whole movie in general. But the way they began this movie, I think, was the way they needed to begin it. And the ending, same thing. I think you guys will see. There's a mid-credit scene, so stay for that.
Don't stay till the end, though.
You don't have to stay till the end. But this is definitely the end of Phase 4 and the beginning of the next chapter. And I think they handled that very, very beautifully, like Josh said earlier. And yeah, I mean, I don't know if anyone's really mentioned it, emphasized it. I thought the visuals in this movie were out of this world, specifically the water sequences and how they were able to do that in a new, fresh way. And, because we've seen some different versions of that. We're going to see another version of that in Way of Water when you come to, the physics of it and all that. But then also just the beauty of Namor's world, the underground world. So, lots to be excited about. You guys need to see it if you haven't seen it already. We'd love to hear your thoughts down below. Keep them spoiler-free for now. We are going to get a spoiler-filled review out soon, so keep the spoiler comments. Reserve them for that video. But regardless, we want to hear your thoughts of the video and what you look forward to if you haven't seen it yet. So I hope you guys enjoyed these initial thoughts and reactions. Again, stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe so you guys can get the notification for when the new video comes out. And Wakanda Forever, guys. Such a fantastic movie. And we'll see you guys in the next MaJeliv video. Have a MaJeliv day.